Hi, welcome to this tutorial on Windows 8, and this is a series of tutorial. In this series we will see about the interface of Windows 8, and then we will go ahead and see the characteristics of macro style application and also the tools that are provided by Microsoft to develop a macro style application, and we will also see how we can develop a few macro style applications. Okay, so this is a series of tutorial, and this is my email ID darnigrace@gmail.com. So if you have any queries or any suggestions, you can mail to my email ID. Okay, so we will start with Windows 8 interface, and we will see in this particular tutorial we will see how Windows 8 is different from Windows 7. Okay, what are the features that are available in Windows 8 which we cannot find in Windows 7. Okay, so Microsoft has taken a lot of effort in creating this Windows 8 operating system, and this is an excellent operating system that they have come out with. Okay, so the first feature is the startup. The startup is much faster when compared to Windows 7. Okay, the booting time is really speed and really faster when compared to Windows 7. And the second feature is this is the first version, okay, first version of Windows to support both x86 PCs as well as ARM tablets. Okay, so this supports this version of Windows supports both desktop architecture as well as your mobile architecture. Okay, and this is the first version to do that. And the third feature is Windows 8 has two environments. One is a Metro Star, and the other environment is the desktop environment. Okay, so when they have two environments, Microsoft had some reasons to do that, because when they decided to develop the Windows 8, okay, the Windows Metro Style environment is mainly for touch-centric applications. So if they have developed just the Metro Style environment, then all the applications which are previously developed, or the developers who are there are a huge number of developers for desktop applications, so they all would have been left behind. Okay, so Microsoft didn't want to do that. So what they did was they came out with a brilliant idea of having both Metro style environment as well as a desktop environment, so that any touch centric application, okay, would run in the Metro style environment, and all the existing applications which can run on Windows 7 will run as good as it has run in Windows 7 in the desktop environment. Okay, so we will see how we can move between the Metro style and desktop environment. So I will take you through the demo here. Okay, so when Windows 8 boots, it starts with the start screen. Okay, so this is my start screen, and the start screen has square and rectangular boxes. Okay, so these are called as live tiles. Okay, they are not static tiles, but they are live tiles. And this is a replacement of icons which was in the previous version of Windows. Okay, so we no more have any icons, instead we have it as tiles, and these are live tiles. Okay, and the start screen is a replacement of the start button. Okay, so if you are searching for the start button, it will not be available in Windows 8. Instead you have the start screen, and here you have the tiles. Okay, so on the tiles you have another one of the tile will be a desktop tile. So you can click on that, or if you are using a touch based laptop or any system, then you can just tap on that, touch on that tile, so that it will lead to the desktop environment. So this is a desktop environment, and this is my Metro style environment. Okay, so you can also use your Windows key, okay, to move between the desktop and the Metro style environment. Okay, so there are a couple of ways to move between the desktop and the Metro style environment. So one way is using your desktop tile, okay, and the other way is using your Windows key. Okay, and this is the start screen, and when you move your cursor to the right corner, okay, you can see a bar here. It's called as a charm bar. Okay, so the main idea of having a metro style environment is it is focused on content. Okay, the main focus is on content and not on the other commands or controls. So if you are trying to find any command or any button or any control, then you might have to swipe through the edges, or you may have to right click, okay, right click on the screen, because all the other commands or any control will be hidden. So here you have the charm bar. So you can display the charm bar either by, if you are using a touch based laptop or any system, then you can swipe on the right corner, okay, you can see the charm bar. Or if you are using a mouse, then you just have to point to the bottom of the right edge, okay. So here I have the charm, and this is my charm bar. The charm bar has 5 contracts here, okay, and these are called as charms. So and these 5 contracts are default and inbuilt by Microsoft in Windows 8, and this charm bar is actually a replacement of the start bar, okay, because we don't have the start button, and the start button is replaced with the start screen, and you have the charm bar, which is a replacement of the start bar. Okay, so here you have 5 contracts here. So we will see the 5 contracts, what are their benefits. The first is a search contract, okay. So the search contract is mainly used if you want to search for an application within your system, or if you want to search within the application also, you can do that. Okay, so for example, if I'm going to search for Visual Studio, okay, Studio 2012, can you see immediately it will pull out all the content, okay, which matches, and this is called as a search result pane. Okay, so once it pulls out, you can select that particular content, and it will also show here from where it is actually retrieving the application. Okay, so if I want to search within the application, say suppose if I have Amazon, okay, I have one sorry, that was so I have one application, which is the Amazon application, and I want to search within the application. Sorry, I just okay, so I will go for Amazon here. Okay, there is no internet. Okay, now it's working. So here I have my Amazon application. So if I want to search for a content within the Amazon, okay, so here what I will do is I will enable the search contract, and just have to give these are my previous searches which I have done. Okay, say if I am going to search for SharePoint, okay, so I just type SharePoint and click here. So immediately the search is enabled within the application. So previously we saw how search is done in your system, okay, and this search is within the application. So you can do either a search in a system based or within the application also. Okay, and the next contract is share contract. If you want to share any application or any content, then you can use your share contract. And the third contract is the start contract, which is like it's like a toggle button. Okay, if you want to move back and forth between the metro style environment and the desktop environment, you can use the start contract here, or you can always use a Windows key, okay, or you can navigate to the left bottom corner. Okay, there you can see the rectangular box. So now if I want to go to the metro style environment, I will just click here. Okay, again if I want to go to the desktop environment, I will click here. So there are a couple of ways, and one of the way is using your start contract. The fourth device is the devices contract, which will display all the devices that are connected to your system. Okay, and the fifth contract is settings. If you have done any settings to your system or any application, then that will be displayed here. So these 5 contracts are available throughout the application, but if a developer wants to enable the search within the application, then they have to enable the search contract in their coding part. Okay, so it goes the same for the share also. If they want to share some content within the application, then they have to enable the share contract within their coding part. Okay, otherwise the search and share will be for the system based. Okay, and so this is about the contract. So next we will see some details on the tiles. Okay, so as I told you before, tiles are a replacement of icons. Okay, so we don't have any icons here, but they are replaced with tiles, and these tiles are live tiles. Okay, so they give you updates then and there. Even if your application is not running, okay, you will get the updates on your tiles. So you don't have to actually open your application, you can see the updates on your tile. So suppose if you say that you don't want to have the updates, okay, just right click on the tile. Okay, for example, so I have a finance tile here. Okay, finance application. Okay, so just right click on that, and you have a app bar coming. Okay, later we will see what this app bar is actually. Okay, and here in the app bar you have a button which is turn live tiles off. Okay, so just click on that, and now I've turned off my live tile. Now this is a static tile. Okay, it's not a live tile anymore. Okay, again if you want to turn it on, you just right click on that. Again you have the app bar with the turn live tile on button there. Okay, just click on that and you have it here. Okay, one thing if you would notice here, time and again you can see that the controls or any buttons is hidden. Okay, if you want to do any operation, you just have to swipe through the edges, or you have to right click. Okay, then only you can find all the controls. Okay, and next is if you want to change the size of the tile, you can do that. These tiles come in two sizes. One is the square shape and the other is the rectangular tile. Okay, so how I can do that is just right click, and here you have an option called smaller inside the app bar. So just click on smaller and your tile is in a square shape. Now again if I want to change it to a larger size, I can do that as well. Okay, so these are some of the things that you can do on your tiles, and I will show you a small demo on how to install the application. So any metro style application, if you want to install, you have to go through the store. Okay, metro Windows Store. So the Windows Store tile will be available on your start screen. Okay, so here I have my Windows Store, and here I have some couple of groupings here. Okay, so I will go for travels. Okay, so I will go into travels and I will try installing this hotels.com. Okay, or I will just go to the free apps that are there. Okay, so in this free apps I have hotels.com, okay, which is a free app there, and what I will do is I will just install it. Okay, so the installation is very fast than any other than the previous OS. Okay, Windows 7. So here I have my hotels which is getting installed. Okay, and once it is installed, it will be directly placed on your start screen. Okay, now if you want to uninstall it also, you can do it. It is very easy. Now in Windows 8 you just have to right click and you have okay, now it is, sorry, okay, so it's getting installed here. Suppose if I want to uninstall this particular application, say Windows 8 shortcut key. Okay, so this is the application that I installed before. So if I want to uninstall it, just right click and you have the uninstall button which is on your app bar. Okay, so just click on the uninstall button and it will ask whether you want to uninstall it, and just give yes. Okay, and so all the programs or whatever content is related to that particular application will be removed. So installation and uninstalling an application is much faster and easier when compared to the previous version of Windows. Okay, and the next one is the control panel. Okay, so if you are very fond of the control panel, you have two control panels. One is a metro style control panel and the other is your normal control panel. So so I will catch you up on the control panel and all the other features in the next tutorial. And thank you for watching this tutorial, and I'll catch you up in the next tutorial. Thank you.